Have you ever wondered if a prenup could actually protect you in an Indian marriage? Or are they just fancy documents that hold no real weight here? If you heard conflicting opinions, you're not alone. Let's break down the reality of marriage contracts and prenuptial agreements in India, how they work, if they do, and why some couples still go for them despite the legal grey areas. Imagine this, you're planning your dream wedding, but someone suggests signing a prenuptial agreement. Your first thoughts, that's just for celebrities and wealthy folks, right? Or maybe, isn't that just unromantic? But in reality, it's not just about money, it's about securing your future. Today, we'll dive into the effectiveness of prenups in India, how they differ from the West, and why they are still controversial despite being so common abroad. Stick around till the end because I'll share some real life stories and surprising case laws that might just change your perspective on marital agreements. In the simplest terms, a prenuptial agreement or prenup is a contract between two people before they get married. It usually covers how assets will be divided in case of divorce, spousal support, and other financial arrangements. But here's the catch. While prenups are legally binding in many Western countries, they aren't fully recognized under Indian law. Indian marriages are governed by personal laws like the Hindu Marriage Act, Muslim Personal Law, and the Special Marriage Act, and these don't directly acknowledge prenups. Courts often see them as contrary to public policy because marriage is seen as a sacred bond, not a contractual relationship. A well-known case that brings this to light is Tekit Mon Mohini Jamandai versus Basant Kumar Singh in 1901, where the Calcutta High Court held that prenups that try to preempt divorce or limit spousal rights may not be enforceable. More recently, in Renuka Devi versus Karthikeyan in 2014, the Madras High Court observed that prenups have no statutory backing in Indian law and cannot override personal laws or statutory rights. So, does that mean prenups are pointless in India? Not entirely. Though not directly enforceable, they can still influence court decisions. Think of them as guiding documents rather than legally binding contracts. In some cases, courts have considered prenups as evidence, especially if they are fair and reasonable. Now, you might be wondering, if they are not fully effective, why do couples still go for them? The answer lies in the mindset and protection. Some individuals, especially entrepreneurs or those with significant assets, see prenups as a precautionary step to protect their business or family wealth. It's not about distrust, it's about being prepared. Imagine you built a startup from scratch. Your business is thriving, but marriage brings a whole new set of complexities. A prenup can at least outline financial expectations and reduce disputes later on. Plus, it can help protect inherited wealth or assets acquired before marriage. India's cultural mindset plays a huge role here. Marriage is viewed as sacred and lifelong, and talking about separation before even tying the knot feels awkward and unromantic. Some see it as a lack of faith in the relationship. But here's where the modern perspective comes in. Financial transparency and safeguarding assets don't have to mean lack of trust. Think of it as being practical rather than pessimistic. It's not about planning for failure but preparing for unforeseen circumstances. The best way to make a marriage contract or prenup somewhat effective in India is to structure it as a mutual agreement on financial matters rather than focusing solely on divorce. Make sure it's fair, doesn't violate any personal laws, and consult a lawyer to draft it in a way that aligns with the law as much as possible. A well-drafted contract may not guarantee complete enforcement, but it can serve as a guideline for settling disputes amicably. Courts have shown some willingness to consider these agreements as evidence, especially when they reflect fairness and honesty. Let me share an interesting real-life story. A successful businesswoman from Mumbai married her longtime partner and they had a prenup in place to protect her company assets. Though the prenup wasn't strictly enforceable, when the couple eventually separated, the court took the agreement into account while deciding on alimony and asset division. Her proactive approach and transparency saved her from lengthy disputes and financial turmoil. The prenup didn't work like it would abroad, but it shaped the court's perspective on fairness. Prenups in India might not have the ironclad enforceability of the West, but they are not entirely pointless. They set expectations, encourage transparency, and can influence judicial decisions to an extent. Whether they are right for you depends on your circumstances and priorities. Marriage is about love and commitment, but being practical doesn't mean being unromantic. Taking steps to protect your future doesn't mean you're planning to fail. It means you value what you have built and want to secure it responsibly. If you found this video insightful, hit the like button and share it with someone who might benefit from this knowledge. Have any thoughts or questions about prenups in India? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're interested in more legal insights that break down complex topics into simple, relatable discussions, subscribe to our channel and check out our playlist for more videos just like this one. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye.